Bam, there we go. Okay, guys, I'm actually here. My bad. I had to get ready for bed real quick. Ooh. Let's see. Should probably take this down. How's everyone's day going today? Let's see who's in here. Willie King, Tiki Taki, Budget, Scott. What's going on? Uh, Willie Yo, King Yo. Hi, my sweet sugar honey pie, Micah. Tiki Taki, you can only talk to me like that in person. Son of the day, Latafa Dynasty. Is Dynasty? What is that one a clone of? Is that one is that a Grand Soir clone? Or is that a Lamal Elixir clone? What is that one a clone of? Son of the day, off non collector's edition. I need that one. I really need that one. Hawas Ice. I don't have Hawas Ice with me right now, but have Hawas. King, you have Hawas. You say F Hawas. I don't remember your thoughts on Hawas Ice. I think the original Hawas is great. I think Hawas Ice is great. I think Hawas Tropical is great. Rayhan Obsidian. Rayhan Obsidian. Isn't that one... What is that one? What is that one a clone of, Scott? I've seen a lot on that one, but I can't remember what that one's cloning. Maybe something with leather in it, I want to say. Because someone said it was something that, like, Tony Soprano would wear. So I'd think something like leather or something masculine. Ultramall low-key slept on nowadays. I would say Ultramall itself definitely slept on nowadays. The clones, not slept on enough. They need to be slept on a little bit more. But it's to a point where like so many people they just kind of disregard Ultramall when I find that all the clones I've tried don't outperform it and smell a little too synthetic. It's okay, guys. It's just Hawas, so even if it broke, it'd be like 20 bucks. Except this is a good batch, so I'd be kind of sad. Mykah, come back. I sentenced you to eternity of 9 p.m. sprays. Well, budget, you got me back. Yes, sir. That's right. Red tea. Red tea. Because that's one you guys were talking about recently. You and, so you and Omar who were talking about it? You and someone were talking about it. Ice is way fresher but smell the same. Yeah, ice has, it has that mint in there. It has, it's literally Hawas, a little bit cleaner, a little bit, I wouldn't even say more subtle because they're both still, you know, kind of loud, youthful fragrances, but just Hawas done a little more elegantly, I suppose you could say. Scent of the day, Kajal Icon. Kajal Icon, I really want to try something from Kajal. And what is Icon? What does that one smell like? Is Icon gas? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Code Parfum, smell is very clean, gets compliments. What are my thoughts? If we're talking current Code Parfum, I don't think it's bad. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that one has been reformulated a time or two. I don't know. I think all in all, the Code line is pretty solid. If you like those kind of Fougere powder, you know, Fougere powdery fragrances, you'll enjoy all of the Codes. Code Eau de Parfum pre-reformulation is my favorite. New formulation of Parfum, I think is solid. I know that there's a difference between Eau de Parfum and Parfum. I'm just saying, Eau de Parfum, old reformulation is my favorite. But the new batches of Code Parfum are nice. I mean, they're better than some of the other codes. They're better than the new batches of Code Eau de Parfum. Never smelt gold, smelled OG. Best Imagination clone. So if you just want to be a little more close to Imagination, I'd say Aqua Dubai because this one doesn't have the tea, but it does have more of that kind of soapy clean vibe opposed to Full House. Full House has more of that tea and a little more of a pronounced minty vibe. But this one is still kind of soapy clean. Maybe there is a tea note in here. I don't really pick up on a lot of tea. This one's kind of more soapy, a little more fruity compared to Full House. So yeah, and I don't really think I could pick one or another because they both do their own things. Um, if I could only keep one, I'd probably keep Full House because I get better projection and I do like that more heavy tea vibe. But Amber Oud Aqua Dubai is great for just like a really clean, soapy scent. Nice soapy take on Imagination. I guess not even soapy, but a take that captures that soapy side nicely. Harmain Amber Oud Gold Edition. Big Al from Southern Cal in the house. Big Al in the house. What's going on, man? Curious, Mykah, how do you compare Aqua Dubai with Joe Milano? I'm gonna go grab Joe Milano real quick. I figured since a couple people are asking, figured we should probably pull it out. It's anyone got Rayhan Valhalla yet? Parodies dupe. So, Game of Spades Full House, Aqua Dubai, obviously both Imagination clones. As I was saying, Aqua Dubai is that same citrus clean vibe that Imagination has. But then you get this kind of more pronounced fruity vibe. I believe that there's a pineapple note in here, which kind of adds to that fruity vibe. And this one really captures that nice soapy clean vibe of Imagination. On the other hand, Full House, this one, you still get that kind of base citrusy base. This one, you get a Chinese black tea note. You get a mint note. To me, the best way I can describe this fragrance is it's almost like this minty orange juice sort of smell. Like it's super citrusy, clean, refreshing, and it has a nice minty vibe to it. And I know it's weird because mint and orange juice, like it doesn't sound like it would go together because, a lot of people say like orange juice tastes horrible after you brush your teeth, but it kind of smells like a minty orange juice. I don't know. But yeah, really good. Both of these aren't the most expensive, but they're also not like insanely cheap for clones. Like $50 for the 100 ml and around, I'd say probably $70 at this point for the 100 ml. They're both good. Parfum concentration, extrait de parfum. So they're both strong. They last long. I think projection. Why do I keep knocking over a wasp? I think projection goes to full house, and they're kind of tied with longevity. All in all, if you like more tea, go full house. And if you like more clean citrus, go Aqua Dubai. That's my take. And what is everybody's scent of the day? My scent of the day. Why do I keep, bro? I need to move this Hawas somewhere because I'm just knocking this thing over left and right. Yeah, it's everyone's scent of the day because Cat Z. I don't know how to say it. Cat says, I've been wanting to try that Sospiro. It was my fragrance of the day today, Sospiro Vibrato. With Sospiro Vibrato, you get some green notes, some powdery notes, but this fragrance is really headlined with this nice ginger and grapefruit combo. This is only an eau de parfum, but I get super good longevity and projection. I do about 2 sprays, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll bump it up to 3 sprays eventually, but 2 sprays, especially when I'm going to school, like it gets me noticed, it gets me compliments. For a fresh fragrance, this one lasts on my skin, a long time. I don't really have an issue with a lot of fragrances not lasting long. My skin tends to do pretty well with a lot of fragrances, even if it's like I'm not gonna say like a eau de cologne, but a lot of EDTs last long on my skin. A lot of fragrances like Coconut Lagoon that people say don't last long, last pretty long on my skin. Hawaska, that's why let it drop. I'm not gonna let Hawas drop. I think maybe if I bought Hawas for like $20, then I'd let it drop. But bro, when my girlfriend bought this one for me, she got it for me for Christmas the first year we were dating. But dude, Hawas was like sold out everywhere. This was like $70, and it was going for, I mean, maybe not $70, but I know that they bumped up the price, and that was like the best price I could find on Amazon, I want to say. And now you can get this fragrance for like $20, but for a hot minute, Hawas was hot and hard to get, and it still is a pretty popular fragrance. Mike, would you ever get something from Sensual Obsessions? So I've partnered with them one time, and I've done a review. They sent me like a 6-pack of samples, and I hit them up again, and I was like, hey, would you mind like sending out a full bottle or like something so I could like make more content with it, like spread the word about it. And they said that they weren't just gonna give it out, but if I wanted to have like an affiliate link, then they'd send me 2 bottles. And I said yes. And we never like set it up. Like I gave them my email and they said that that's all I need, but I don't think they finished setting it up. So I may send them another message, be like, hey, can we get that going? Because one, I really enjoyed the samples that I got, and I would love to partner with them. Even if it's just, like I would be totally fine even if like my affiliate link, I wouldn't even make money. If it was just a link that like gave you 10% off or something, I'd be fine with that because like they're good fragrances, they're unique, and it supports a small business that, supported me and sent me out some stuff that I ended up enjoying. Would like to see compare Dynasty to one of the Imagination clones. There's a lot of fragrances that I need to get. There's a lot of like the mainstream Imagination clones I still want to get. Like Marwa, I would eventually like to get. The new Hawas, what is it, Cobra? That's an Imagination clone. I'd like to get that one eventually. Sun of the Day was Full House. I mean, Full House is such a good fragrance. You cannot go wrong with it. How heavy of a tea vibe do you get in that one? Sun of the Day, Tom Ford Black Orchid. I had a bottle of Black Orchid EDT. That was a pretty solid fragrance. It's kind of, I don't know, it's so interesting because Tom Ford does really market their Black Orchid line kind of like as I feel like they market it as a feminine line, but also like a masculine line at the same time. I don't know. I think the Black Orchids are solid, but they're not very, I'd say, like beginner friendly fragrances. Oh, that unplugged everything. Okay. Okay. Well, the live has to end now, guys. No, I'm just playing. Here the gold bottle, slightly more masculine. I think that's ombre or not ombre leather, but Black Orchid. Is that Black Orchid Parfum? I want to say. I know that the gold one's one of like the higher concentrations. So I had Black Orchid EDT, and it was good. My girlfriend really liked it, but I don't know, kind of smelled like leather, low key. And that was one thing I didn't really like about it. When I smelled it at first, I loved it, but I kind of just stopped liking it. All Harmain since 1970. This is something pretty cool. I didn't know that All Harmain has been around for this long, but it says All Harmain since 1970 on their cap. It's kind of hard to believe that some fragrance brands have been out for a long time. Creed claims that they're like 250 years old or something like that, and like apparently Napoleon wore Creed or something like that. No, well, they claim he wore Creed, but a lot of accounts say that Napoleon wore 4711. Um, the history of Creed is pretty interesting because they claim that, they've been around for a super long time, but a lot of evidence is like they haven't. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. And then they say that everything's like passed down, oh, it's passed down. I don't know. Weird. Got Green Irish Tweed's supposed to have been around since the 70s. I think that they for sure been around since like, sometime in the 1900s, maybe even the 1800s. But I don't know. They just like a lot of the claims they make are just kind of like outreach. Like when they did the Aventus Absolute and they're like it's a triple aged fragrance or something like that. You can't triple age a fragrance. Like they're saying that it's like macerated 3 times, but you can't like a f- you can't really macerate a fragrance 3 times. Like it's not gonna do much after you macerate it the first time. It's just gonna like continue to get stronger, even if you have it out. So I don't get that claim. That's one that really, really kind of like set me off weird with them. Creek and Go F themselves with the prices, and they're crazy expensive. Even on like a discounter, I feel like for what you get, like they're not very innovative fragrances. Like I've tried Creed Millisem Imperial. I think Millisem Imperial, it's pretty good. If it was like $150, I think it would for sure be worth it. But I don't know. A lot of the Creeds don't seem to last long. Like Aventus doesn't last long. It's not worth $300, and it's not worth paying $600 for an old batch because you could just get like Club de Nuit Intense Man X Straight. Because they have a new X Straight of it out now. You could get any of the Club de Nuits. You could get um any other Creed Aventus clone. You could get a bunch of Aventus Absolute clones. Makes no sense. Creed is expensive. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I see why some fragrance brands do kind of have a higher price. Like I think City Rhythm, I have no problem paying $170 a bottle. I think City Rhythm for $170 discounter price, pretty good. You get good presentation, you get really good juice, and I guess I should probably grab out my other City Rhythm. And the compliment factor is there. Something like this, sub $200, I think is absolutely worth it. Something like Mancera Instant Crush, right? Me and King both got this when it was on sale. Tester is like $70 on Joma Shop. Really, really good fragrance. It's niche. You get a big 4-ounce bottle, so it's not just like a normal 3.4 ounce. $70, amazing. I see why this is worth all of $70. It's worth more than $70 to me. So Spiro Vibrato, think it's worth every penny of $180. But as soon as you go to like Millisem Imperial, like there's so many other sunscreeny sort of fragrances I would want over Millicent Imperial. And I could buy like, I don't know, for one bottle of Millicent Imperial, say that's $250. I could buy like five $50 fragrances. I could buy one, super nice niche fragrances. So Spiro or City Rhythm. And then I could still get like Coconut Lagoon. Or I can get freaking Amber Oud Aqua Dubai or Rasasi Huas. It doesn't make sense. I really don't think Creed's worth it. I don't think Creed's worth it. I don't think Parfums de Marly's worth it. I don't think Thomas Cosmala is worth it. Those are three niche houses I really have a hard time wrapping my head around. Intense Cedrat is amazing for $75. I really want to try one of the Cedrat Boisés. I don't know Cedrat Boisé original or intense. I don't really like leather, and if I'm not mistaken, the intense does have leather. That's the only thing that makes me weird about it, but I think they both have leather. Or a suede. Bought in about 30, but collector's edition, probably the best thing. Probably the best you find yourself reaching for more than anything. I've heard a lot of people saying it's good. Couldn't beat it. Exactly. Hamad, whatever your question is or whatever you need help with, just ask. Instant Crush was my first niche. Oh, yeah. You're saying Instant Crush was your first niche, can't beat it. I mean, you got to think about it like this, right? You get a 4-ounce. Sure, we didn't get the box. Who cares? We didn't get the bag. Who cares? I mean, maybe the bag would be nice if you wanted to, like, take this somewhere, but to get it on a plane, it need to be below, like, that. Is it 3.4 ounces, or is it, like, 2 ounces you can have on a plane? Whatever. It need to be below, like, I think it's 2 ounces. It need to be at least, like, halfway empty. You need to make sure you have half, because if you have over half, you gotta freaking Jeremy Fragrance yourself before you get on the plane. But, like, there's no reason to spend the extra 20. I think it was like 90 or like 100, something like that, for the whole box. Like, it was a decent amount more. And for what? For a box that you'd probably throw away in a bag you would have lost? Like, it makes no sense. I would have been, maybe, I think it would have been a little justified if it didn't come with the caps, because personally, I want a cap on my fragrance, even though it really doesn't do anything. But, I don't know. I think this is really good. We got the lid too, which I was worried about. But the tester did show it having the lid on it. And I feel like a lot of the times, if the tester if it's not going to come with a lid, it shows it in the picture. And a lot of the times, I would like to say, I think Joma Shop does a pretty good job with that, because a lot of the, like, listings I've seen that people link for, like, a tester, if it doesn't have a cap, it shows that in the listing. Most don't come with it. Exactly. Some do, most don't. Which I've never really understood that, because, like, I mean, I would understand if they were getting the testers from, like, a store and they were, like, actually used a little bit, not having the cap. But we're just saying that these fragrances were just bought in bulk, and for whatever reason, Joma Shop is just, like, taking the caps off and just throwing them in the trash. That's what's never made sense to me, unless they, like, special order them without caps or something like that. Hi. That's what you needed help with, bro? Y'all, please make sure to drop a sub and a like if you guys have not already. I do have to get off here soon because I got school in the morning and I got some other stuff I gotta do. I really do appreciate y'all, though. Please, again, make sure to drop a sub and a like. Trying to go live more consistently. Got a new long form dropping tomorrow. 2 new shorts dropping tomorrow, as always. But yeah, let's see. Before I go, because I still got a little bit of time, why not highlight some of the fragrances I really didn't talk about? Let's highlight the fragrances I kind of did talk about. Full House we talked about. Aqua Dubai we talked about. So Spiro we talked about. Instant Crush, I mean, I was just talking about it. It's like it's a Baccarat Rouge clone. Hawas we talked about. These ones we didn't really talk about, so we'll talk about them real quick. Imagine still in school. King, imagine having to be an adult and pay bills. Got YSL myself, Le Parfum, 45 on Whatnot. I've heard Whatnot is pretty legit when it comes to fragrances, but there's this new app that's coming out, or I think it's already out, but, like, literally, it's like, it's a marketplace just for fragrances. and to ensure that like you can't really scam people, which you still can scam people with like fake fragrances and stuff, but you can't upload a photo. You have to take a photo. So you can't just like, make a list and be like, "Oh, I have a bunch of these. I'll just ship it out to you," and scam people. So I can't remember what it's called. If I remember it and look it up and figure out what it is, I'll try and share it with you guys because it could be something pretty big. You get a decent amount of fragrances. And they were pretty cheap too because it's people selling them secondhand, not big businesses. City Rhythms, Martha's Vineyard, coconut, orange zest, plum. You get some driftwood. You get some tobacco. Super, super good fragrance. It kind of smells like Sol de Janeiro 40. That kind of it's a really popular Sol de Janeiro. It's kind of like a plummy sweet vanilla fragrance if you look in the note breakdown, and that's kind of what you get here, but this is slightly more masculine, definitely smells a lot more higher quality, and this is also an X straight, so it lasts a lot longer. Let's keep it on the theme of City Rhythms. City Rhythm Redline 2654, cross between City Rhythm Miami and City Rhythm San Diego, and they're 2,654 miles apart. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. With this fragrance, you get coconut, you get lime, you get some sea salt, you get some ambergris, you get this Blue Jolly Rancher vibe. There's no like Blue Jolly Rancher note, obviously, but there's like a nice, sweet Blue Jolly Rancher vibe. This one's also an X-ray de Parfum, lasts a long time, projects super nicely. Dan Payne Bills is killing me. That's like the only thing I'm not looking forward to as an adult, but like being able to like work and kind of be independent, I'm so excited for. That could be me. Oh, that couldn't be me. I'm a degenerate. Uh, all right, next we got 1 million elixir. 1 million elixir, you get some rose, Divana, some vanilla absolute, some woods. Super, super good fragrance, long lasting. This is a nice, sweeter rose fragrance. And then Paris Corners Coconut Lagoon, you get caramel, vanilla, coconut, orange, some lemons, watermelon. Super good fragrance. Doesn't last the longest, but it still lasts long if you apply enough sprays. Super good summery fragrance. All right, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Again, please make sure to drop a sub, drop a like if you guys have not already. Road to 5,000 subscribers. Doing a giveaway at 5K as well. So if you do want to join a giveaway, get me to 5K, and I'll be giving away something good. I have seen Rayhan Terra. I have seen it. I don't know if I'd really want it. Working sucks, but if you do what you love, it makes it easier. Exactly. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Drop a sub and a like if you guys have not already. I'm gonna try and be live more consistently. King, have a good night. Everyone else have a good night. Peace, everyone. I appreciate the support.